Hello guys, so I'm about to listen to Merry Merry Christmas, the Christmas album by New Kids on the Block. It's the holiday season and I could not be more excited to get right into this, so if you'd like to see this video uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Alright, first up, this one's for the children, which I have of course reacted to.
This is a very serious message, so all of you, please listen.
It's still hilarious to me that this song starts off like an R&B slow jam.
To darken up your day, but help others in need and show them there's a better way. This one's for the children of the world. This one's for the children. May God keep them in His throne.
I think I completely forgot about the choir. Also, that was a lovely slide into the key change. Seems to me at this point they were still placing their singles at the front of the album, so I'm curious to see if that continues all the way through their discography. But of course that song is a New Kids classic, it's very feel-good, and I also want to give them props for starting the album off with a song about giving back and wanting to make the world a better place for children, because I feel like a lot of the Christmas music we get is just love songs, which is fine. I am and always will be a sucker for a good Christmas love song, but that's not all that the holiday season is about, so yeah, that was a nice change of pace. And next up, Last Night I Saw Santa Claus.
I hope everybody having a Merry Christmas. I know I am.
All right then.
I feel good. I feel all right. Last night I couldn't believe my eyes, y'all. I saw a big fat man in a red disguise, y'all. Last night I saw Santa Claus. What's he got in his great big bag for me? What's he got for me?
The song is absurd, and I love it.
Hey John, what's Santa doing? He's pulling something out of his bag. What is it? It looks like a saxophone. Hey Santa!
Oh, right up my alley. Oh, yes. That song was so lively and so feel-good. It really reminded me of watching a Christmas cartoon special as a kid. Just the whimsicality of it all. Yeah, the delivery on that track was everything. And of course, the sax solo. Alright, next up, I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas, a letter to Santa. Uh-oh. Are we slow jamming again?
Did you ever really start to cry over something you just wrote? Well, I'm writing you, my dear Saint Nick. It's the saddest little note. Sure is all his reindeer could arrange food on his sleigh. Then I'd receive a big bright package and she'd be mine today.
Wait, you want to receive a girl in a package? I don't know about the logistics of that, but go off, guys.
You know how much I need you, girl. Would you kindly help me through this boy's letter to Santa Claus?
Ooh, that track was gorgeous vocally. I feel like Jordan and Joey were singing the leads on that track, but I'm not completely sure. Honestly, I had a hard time telling who was singing what, so if anyone wants to help me out with that as well, I'd really appreciate it. Loved everything about that track. What I found most interesting about that track is that it is kind of sad lyrically, but they made it sound very happy, even though it's a ballad, and I loved that contrast. And next up, I Still Believe in Santa Claus. Indeed I do. Okay, we are keeping things slowed down.
I still believe in Santa Claus. Maybe that's just because I'm still a child at heart.
And love show us the way.
You know, I am really enjoying this vocal arrangement.
Believe in Santa Claus. Maybe that's just because I'm still a child.
This time of year is for the giving. This time of year is for the joy. May joy and happiness be with you.
I was about to say I hate to be cheesy, but I'm listening to a Christmas album from a boy band from 1989. It doesn't get any cheesier than this, and that's the point. So, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this album so far. I expected as much, and I found that song to be extremely sweet. I'd say out of the tracks I've heard so far, that one felt the most like it could have come straight from a Christmas movie soundtrack. And next up, Merry Merry Christmas, the title track.
Peace to the world from the new kids on the block. We are here. Hail Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas. Let's all of the world join our hands. Merry Merry Christmas. Let's all of the world join our hands. A time for me, a time for you. There's enough of love to shine our whole life through.
We change.
Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas.
Loved that bridge, by the way.
And understanding. Hail Merry Christmas, Merry Merry Christmas.
I thought it was such a nice touch that the title track was one where they were singing in unison pretty much the entire time, because it feels like it's meant to be the heart of the album. I could just picture the five of them singing that song to all the blockheads decked out in their winter gear. Next up, the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, a classic.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. This simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92
I mean, I was already a fan of the cover, but that outro, as unfortunately short as it was, took the song to a whole other level for me. The way they changed up that last note with that chord underneath. Perfection. That gave me goosebumps. Also, Jordan was absolutely the correct choice for that cover. I'd love to hear him sing that primarily in his chest voice as well. I feel like that would sound just as good. And speaking of Jordan's voice, he's really been letting the falsetto loose with this album. I would imagine he was just very comfortable with his falsetto at this point in time. Sounds great, but it's just an observation. Next up, Funky Funky Xmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Oh, little train.
Or Funky Funky Christmas.
Great Christmas.
Ah, man, it's boring. It's boring. Same thing every year.
So let's have a funky Christmas.
No, I'm down. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Uh-huh. Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, where's that beat coming from?
Check it out.
Hey, yo, that's my homeboy New Kids on the Block.
Have a funky, funky Christmas.
I mean, this is already perfect callback to the to the two previous albums.
Sneaking downstairs on Christmas Eve, I saw a sight that you just wouldn't believe. Saint Nick by the fireplace, dusting off his booty with a frown on his face. He said, hey, I said, what? He said, you, I said, what? He said, you left the fire burning and I burnt my box. So now I've learned, you've got to turn the fireplace down so Santa won't get burned. Have a funky, funky Christmas.
I love that he committed to that accent for that entire verse.
Have a funky, funky Christmas. Have a funky, funky Christmas.
It wasn't my favorite on my initial listen, but I really appreciated the humor, and I believe they have a live performance of that song on Arsenio Hall. If I am correct about that, I'll definitely be checking that out because I feel like that type of song really needs to be performed live to get the full effect. That said, I do always love when Donnie gets a chance to shine as a rapper, so of course I enjoyed his contributions to the track. Alright, next up, White Christmas.
Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.
I gotta be honest, I already have to give them bonus points for the song being in 6/8.
May your days be merry.
As I've said many times before, you can never go wrong with a 6/8 Christmas song.
Christmases be white and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
They've sounded great when they've been singing in unison on this album.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
Probably the cleanest group vocals I've heard from them. They gave it a New Kids on the Block feel, but other than the production choices and the vocal arrangement, it was pretty darn straightforward and very easy to listen to. And with a song like White Christmas, if it's not easy to listen to, something's very wrong. You could easily do a disservice to that song by going overboard with the vocals, and we all know Jordan and Joey especially could, but everyone dialed it back. And it was another feel-good moment for me. All right, Little Drummer Boy. This one should be pretty fun.
They told me, the newborn king The newborn king you'll see, ba-ra-ba-bum-bum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-ra-ba-bum-bum. I am a poor boy too, pa-ra-ba-bum-bum. I have no gift to bring, pa-ra-ba-bum-bum.
In all honesty, I was slightly let down by that cover on my initial listen, primarily because of the instrumentation being quite static. I just know what these guys are capable of, and I would have loved to hear a more lively, dramatic version. I honestly wish they would have tapped into a little Broadway feel for that cover. All right, lastly, this one's for the children. Reprise. Okay, not to harp on, but I should also consider that Little Drummer Boy was really the album closer. So that's another reason why I feel like they should have made it a much bigger moment in terms of the production. As I had hoped, I had a lot of fun with the album, and I believe the next Christmas-themed project from them is the Thankful EP, which I'm also excited to listen to. So hopefully I will be able to get to that next year. The main thing that stood out to me with this album is the vocals, because again, I could hear each of their voices maturing, but with that, I could also hear their vocal skills being perfected. And Jordan especially, there was so much confidence in his vocals, and he used his falsetto in just about every track. I also found this to be the most vocally consistent project I've heard from them so far. My favorites on this album would be This One's for the Children, Last Night I Saw Santa Claus, I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas, I Still Believe in Santa Claus, Merry Merry Christmas, The Christmas Song, and White Christmas. And my top 3 would have to be I'll Be Missing You Come Christmas, I Still Believe in Santa Claus, and The Christmas Song. Guys, let me know your overall thoughts on this album and your top 3. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a very happy holidays.